Jerusalem Talmud Yomi, Tractate Orlah, Chapter 3, Mishnah 1, Part 2. I think we're in the halacha, so we're middle of it. With the words Rabbi Abahu b'shem Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Abahu, in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, he who makes a wound dressing from a stoned ox. Interesting, talking about an ox, and we're learning Bava Kama now. That's interesting. Shor HaNiskal is let's say an ox that killed somebody. So the law is that it has to be stoned. So apparently this plainness is some kind of something made from an ox that was killed. I don't know, maybe it's innards or whatever. It says someone makes a wound dressing from a stoned ox or from leftover sour matter after Passover. Not sure what that is. Cannot be whipped since its prohibition is not clear. For a vineyard kilayim he is whipped, since Rabbi Chanina said, per Deuteronomy 22 verse 9, lest it be sanctified. The words are pen tikdash. Lest it be sanctified, lest fire should be kindled. For Orlah is problematic. A prescriptive commandment to remove is written, a prohibition to eat is written, a prohibition to remove it is not written. In a Braita, one disagrees with Rabbi Yochanan. What does one understand from what has been said in Exodus 21:28? The ox shall certainly be stoned. Do we not know that its meat is forbidden as food? Then why does the verse say, its meat shall not be eaten? To tell you that just as it is forbidden as food, it is forbidden as usfrucht. I guess usfrucht means benefit, personal benefit. What does Rabbi Yochanan do with this? He explained it as if the owners slaughtered it before the sentence was pronounced. Okay. Rabbi Zera asked before Rabbi Abahu, here you say, there you say so. He said to him, one in the name of Rabbi Elazar, one in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. The rabbis of Caesarea, Rabbi Abahu in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, nowhere do you understand the prohibition of usufruct, of personal benefit included, in the prohibition of eating, as it is written, do not eat. The paradigm for all cases is in Leviticus 6:23. Any purification offering of whose blood was brought into the tent of meeting to purify the sanctuary shall not be eaten. In fire it shall be burned. Chizkiah stated support for Rabbi Yochanan. If one understands what has been said in Leviticus 7:23, any fat of cattle, sheep or goats, you shall not eat. Why has it been said in Leviticus 7:24, but fat of a carcass and fat of a torn animal may be used for any work? It comes to tell you, even for the work of heaven. If one understands what has been said in Leviticus 12:16, but the blood you shall not eat, why has it been said, you shall pour it on the ground like water? It comes to tell you, as water prepares, so blood prepares. If one understands what has been said in Deuteronomy 14:21, do not eat any carcass, why has it been said, so the sojourner in your gates, you shall give it, and he may eat it? To tell you that the resident sojourner may eat carcass meat. If one understands what has been said in Exodus 22:30, flesh torn in the field you shall not eat, why has it been said, throw it to the dog? This you throw to the dog, but not profane meat slaughtered in the temple precinct. Okay. A Braita supports both of them. The Braita supports Rabbi Elazar in Exodus 13:3. Sour bread shall not be eaten, to make the feeder equal to the eater. You say for this, or is it only to forbid its personal use? Since it says in Deuteronomy 16:3, you shall not eat sour bread with it, Lot yachel chametz, we learned that its benefit is forbidden. Therefore, why does the verse say chametz, or sour bread, shall not be eaten, to make the feeder equal to the eater? The words of Rabbi Josiah. Rabbi Isaac says, this is unnecessary. Since for crawling things, a minor prohibition, he made the feeder equal to the eater. Regarding sour bread, which is a major prohibition, it should only be logical that the feeder be equal to the eater. Therefore, why does the verse say, sour bread shall not be eaten? The verse comes only to forbid its benefit. Since it is written, sour bread shall not be eaten, therefore, from you shall not eat, one cannot infer anything. This supports Rabbi Yochanan. It is obvious that the ground cannot be forbidden. If one painted a figure on the ground, it is forbidden. If he colored a living being, if he worshipped it, it is not forbidden. What does that mean? It is not forbidden because he colored it. Does that make it forbidden? Hence, if he colored it, it is of questionable status. What is this talking about? I have no idea. Maybe they're expecting us to know some things. I mean, generally, just a comment here, that they say that the Yerushalmi is cryptic. They say things that without a lot of explanation, they expect you to know it from beforehand. Maybe this is one of those things. It says, the ground cannot be forbidden. If he colored it, if he worshipped it, it's not forbidden. What does that mean? He bowed down to it? Bow down to what and why? Anyway, how do you treat a large piece of cloth dyed with the intention that it should be cut into pieces? As one locked up or declared absolute? If you treat it as locked up, it is permitted. As declared absolute, it will be forbidden. And now we come to the last. Oh my goodness. This is a lot here. We might have to do part 3. Wow. If he dyed it and then dyed it a second time and spoiled it, if it needed the first dye, it is forbidden, otherwise it is permitted. If he dyed with Orlah, walnut shells, and then dyed again with profane walnut shells, according to him who said, if its taste spoils it, it is permitted. Here also it is permitted, but according to him who said, if its taste spoils it, is forbidden, here it is also forbidden. If he dyed with Orlah walnut shells, and then dyed again with profane pomegranate skins, can it be compared to large fig cakes? Lift small ones, and small ones lift the large? Rav Huna said, so is the Mishnah. Large fig cakes lift small ones by weight, and small ones lift the large by count. If it is the same kind, here are different kinds. If he dyed with Orlah walnut shells and then dyed again with profane shells of the same kind, can it be compared to Rabbi Joshua says black figs lift white ones and white ones the black? There he may cut them, but here he cannot cut. To what can that be compared? He cuts it into little pieces. Rabbi Yossi ben Rabbi Abun said, to what can that be compared? A large piece of cloth dyed with the intention that it should be cut to make socks? This is really cryptic. Okay, we're gonna do part 3 because this is a lot here. So we'll pick it up with Rabbi Yochanan for part 3.